A company operates two separate AWS accounts, Account A and Account B, each containing a virtual private cloud, or VPC. An application deployed in Account A must upload files to an Amazon S3 bucket located in Account B. Both the application and the S3 bucket reside in the same AWS region. The organization has a security policy prohibiting traffic from traversing the public internet. Which configuration best satisfies these requirements?
Option A. Provision a transit gateway in both accounts, configure VPC attachments for each availability zone, and adjust the VPC routing tables. Option B. Install a software-based VPN solution in Account A and establish a VPN tunnel connecting to a virtual private gateway in Account B.
Option C. Establish a VPC peering link between the two VPCs and modify routing tables, network ACLs, and security groups to permit traffic between the CIDR ranges. Option D. Provision a gateway VPC endpoint for S3 in Account A and update the local VPC route table.
This question focuses on AWS network architecture for secure service access. It examines how to establish private communication between an internal application and an AWS service, specifically S3, while ensuring data never exits the private AWS network infrastructure. Consider the most efficient path for service-to-service communication within the cloud environment. In my view, the correct answer is option D. Provision a gateway VPC endpoint for S3 in Account A and update the local VPC route table. When you need to access an S3 bucket privately from within a VPC without using the public internet, a gateway VPC endpoint is the standard and most efficient AWS architectural choice. By creating this endpoint in the VPC in Account A, traffic from the application destined for S3 remains entirely within the AWS private network. Gateway endpoints are specific to S3 and DynamoDB and do not require additional network appliances or complex routing configurations. Regarding the other options, VPC peering, described in option C, facilitates network communication between VPCs, but it does not inherently force S3 traffic through the AWS private network. Options A and B are significantly more complex and costly networking solutions, typically used for broader cross-network connectivity rather than specific access to an AWS service. For your exam, remember that for simple private access to S3 or DynamoDB, a gateway endpoint is almost always the preferred solution due to its simplicity and lack of overhead. When you see questions about avoiding the public internet for S3 access, always look for the option that utilizes VPC endpoints first.